Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and today's video is going to be nice, short, and sweet, and I think you guys are going to love it. Today's video is going to be about satin elastic bias tape, and it's a great thing to use for when you want a nice, clean, and elegant look. I use it all the time. It comes in all colors, and I think it's fantastic. This is the satin elastic bias tape. It comes in this nice bag, and I actually got it from Pacific Trimming, so there's the website. It says pacifictrimming.com. You guys can see that, and it's a great store. And the bias tape is $1.50 a yard. So let me take this out so you guys can see it. So this is the elastic that I always use in my garments, and as you guys can see, there's a seam down the middle, which means that's where you fold. And on one side is shiny and on one side is matte. The shiny side is the right side and the matte side, of course, is the wrong side. Where that seam is right here that you guys see, that's where your garment is going to be placed, and then you're going to fold the bias tape over, and that's the finished look. I'm actually working on a new garment to add to my collection, and this is the top. This is a beautiful beaded mesh. It's a caviar beaded mesh. And this is the front, and the back actually is going to be open. So the reason why I use the satin elastic bias tape rather than the cotton bias tape is because the elastic bias tape for satin, it looks a little bit more fancy. Now see here how the edges are unfinished and uneven. With the bias tape, it will definitely help you get that excellent finish look. So I'm gonna actually put the bias tape over this piece here. I'm gonna pin it though so you guys can see what it looks like. Okay, so I only pinned just a little bit so you guys can see what it will look like when it's sewn. Can you guys see the vision? This fabric I'm actually using is very delicate as well, but using the elastic bias tape, it will have a nice clean finish. You have the option to easily, just fold this over and top stitch it. But then if you want that, professional finish look, you can use this bias tape. Or, if you want, you can use the regular cotton bias tape. But I just like using this one. Now I'm going to show you how to actually put your fabric into the bias tape. It's very simple. It's very easy. And I definitely believe once you guys watch this video, you guys are going to love this trim. Okay guys, so this is my fabric, and this is the raw edge. I just cut it, and this is the raw edge. You guys can actually, like I said before, if you don't want to buy the bias tape, you can actually just fold it over, and you can top stitch it, and that can be your finished look. The reason why I'm doing it this way is because, like I said before, it is more professional, and of course, it just looks nice. I also just realized that my caviar beaded mesh is actually not white. It's actually ivory or cream, and the bias tape is actually pure white, if you guys can see the difference. The color is not that bad, it doesn't match, but it's whatever. It will still come out great. So like I said before, on your bias tape you have a seam down the middle, and you're going to place your raw edge right at the center of the seam. So you're going to take your fabric, place your raw edge right in the middle of your bias tape, and then you're actually going to fold over the elastic. And what you're going to do is sew along the hem of the bias tape as close as possible. Now, of course, you're going to need a white thread or any color thread that matches your garment. So you're going to need your white thread in the bobbin, and you're going to need white thread that you actually sew with. And of course, it's going to go right along this edge here. I'm telling you guys, this look is the bomb. I've used it many times, and it gives you a much cleaner finish. Okay guys, this is a garment that I did a while back, and I actually still love this piece. If I go closer, you guys can see the satin elastic bias tape already used on her. The color does not match, but it does complement the beaded mesh. And you see how It just makes this garment look a little bit more finished and polished. You guys see that? It's beautiful. And I use it on everything. Here's another piece that I actually use it on. This is for a prom client of mine. And this color is actually like a silvery gray. And it makes it look so professional. It makes it look so clean. You guys can see how clean that looks. It's very professional. It's very clean. And here's another look of what it looks like. Okay, fashion lovers, now we're actually going to start sewing the bias tape to your garment. Now, see how the edge is a little bit, wonky? I like to cut the edge off so it can be even. Nice clean finish. And what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to start putting the bias tape on the back of my garment. You can start from the back or the front. It's up to you. I'm going to place my elastic right on the back. I'm going to fold it over, and right where I actually started at, I'm going to put a pin so I can just secure that area. Can you guys see that? I'm going to pin the tip just like that. Now, if you're a beginner, you can definitely pin the whole thing, but since I'm more on the professional route, I really don't need to, because once you get familiar with fabrics and texture, your hands can actually do the work. So all I need is just this first pin, and we can actually get started. So what you're going to do, you're going to lift up your presser foot like I am now, if you guys can see that, and then you're actually going to place your needle right at the edge of these pieces here, right there. Another thing I might say is that please guys, make sure you have enough of this. If you're unsure how many yards to get, always buy an extra yard. Grandpa calls. Okay guys, back to the sewing. Sorry about that. Let's zoom down so you guys can watch what I'm doing. And like I said before, what you are going to do, you are going to place your satin elastic bias tape in between your folded edge, and then you're going to take your bias tape, place your fabric in the seam. And actually, there's a trick that I actually like to do. This is satin elastic, which means it stretches. You guys see that? So what you're going to do, as you guys fold over and sew, you're going to pull the elastic at the same time. Pulling the elastic makes it fit towards your body more, and it actually hugs your body more. I love that. Love, love, love that. Now, I'm going to remove my pin. And now we're going to continue to sew. Remember, pull, place your edge in the seam, and you're going to sew. And remember to have your needle right directly at the bottom of your bias tape, right at the bottom of the bias tape hem, okay? And again, make sure you guys are using the exact same color of thread to match your garment. See that? And I'm only using one finger because it holds down both the fabric and the bias tape. Again, I'm going to hold my fabric. I'm going to pull the elastic tape. I'm going to place the fabric inside the hem, fold it over, and then I'm going to hold both of them together.
I'm going to do it again. Pull, place, and fold over.
And I'm actually taking this bias tape all the way around from the back, the neckline, and all the way back again. And after I finish, I will show you what it will look like, or what yours should look like. If you guys want to practice and not actually work on an actual garment, the best thing for you guys to do is actually go to the 99-cent store or go to any of your trim stores, buy the regular cotton bias tape, and you can definitely practice on those. They're a bit cheaper. If you want to practice, go ahead and do that. But if you feel secure in actually working with this bias tape, then definitely go ahead and buy it and try it and let me know if it works for you, and then leave your comments below in the comments area. I can actually see the difference in the color. Can you see the difference that this is white and that this is more of a cream color? I'm not sure how I feel about it. The color is really off, but the thing is that I have feathers that actually match. That's much better. I actually have feathers that I will be using with this garment, and the feathers are actually white as well. So maybe by using the white elastic bias tape and using this ivory or light white beaded mesh, the balance of the colors may actually work. I'm not sure how I feel about it, but we're definitely going to see. I'm actually liking this this look right now. It's pretty cool, and maybe I might try it on later after it's done, and then let you guys see what the finished product is going to look like. Okay guys, like I promised, I'm actually finished. I did the whole back and the front, and I promise you guys that I will show you what it looks like once I'm finished. Okay, see that? Look how amazing this looks. It's beautiful, beautiful. It's finished properly. It looks professional. It still stretches, and it's like, it's everything. This is the back, because it's going to be an open back on my garment. This is the neckline. See how you still have that curve for your neckline? It still stretches. And of course, this is the other side. It's beautiful. Definitely recommend using the satin elastic bias tape for all beginners or advanced sewers, because it's cheap. It's $1.50. It's $1.50 a yard, and the satin shiny part on the bias tape is amazing. It gives you that extra professional look and clean look, and I just like using it. It's the bomb. Like, it's amazing. I'm also gonna add the satin elastic bias tape on the sleeves. You can actually put this bias tape anywhere where you want a clean finished edge. Like I said before, you can definitely just top stitch your garments, that's fine. But in my opinion, if you want your garments to be actually professional and finished, please recommend, well, I recommend that you use the satin elastic bias tape. See that? And I'm loving this fabric. It's beautiful, people. This is the right side, and this is the wrong side. Either way, it's still very elegant and professional, okay? So that is it for this bias tape, satin elastic bias tape tutorial. And I love working with it, and I hope you guys will love or learn to work with it. Like I said before, it's $1.50 a yard, maybe more or less in some places depending on where you live. And I got mine from Pacific Trimming, and it's www.pacifictrimming.com, and this is the place. I will definitely add the link below in the description box. And I just want to say thank you guys for watching my video, and I hope you guys enjoyed it.